We are back on the Korean server for Trical because there is a new character and I do want to check her skills and how she works. The character in question is going to be a new alt for Levi. As you guys can see, Levi has finally graduated. Levi graduate or Levi graduated, I'm not sure what the proper term will be for global, but she is really cute. I did ended up, did I get her? I don't remember, I don't think so, no? Oh, no, I did get her. When did I get her? Did I ticket? Or did I just get lucky with the copy? I don't remember. But well, she is a tank for the Vivacious team, and she's really, really cute. Now, the problem with being a tank for Vivacious is that obviously competition, it's really, really, really hard, because you are always going to be competing with the strongest tank in the game, which is Bella, right? I'm not sure how Miro is doing currently on the meta, and I'm not sure how Levi will be doing into the meta either, but obviously whenever she ends up coming to Glavani in 3000 years, I would love to get her because she looks really nice. So, Vivacious, front row, witch, physical damage, tank. That is for her basic stuff, and she does have a really, really cute skin as well. So that's her base design. And this is the skin. Okay, so 10 out of 10, easy purchase, instant purchase in global whenever it comes out. That said, let's talk a little bit about her kit, how she works. I haven't seen anything yet, so I don't even know what she does. And for that, we have to go into the Korean wiki. So let's jump directly into Nam wiki. Let's open my personality, find out where yellow girls and where is Levi graduated right there. I will go into skills. So I haven't checked anything yet. We're gonna be reading this together, seeing what's going on with the skills, and then we can jump a little bit about the current meta for Vivacious girls. Obviously, before we go into this, as usual, hello degenerates, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, Levi graduate kit or preview from the Korean server. This is always a nice reference. It's not going to be what we get in global, but it's always a nice reference to check. Leave a like, subscribe, and make the channel, and let's jump directly into her freshman skill. Drink an awakening drink or beverage to recover HP and become immune to debuff for a certain period of time. Alright, is she gonna be more focused around PvP maybe? The newbie spirit explodes, inflicting physical damage to nearby enemies 3 times, so AoE damage, reduces the damage dealt to enemies in the final explosion, and increases the maximum HP of nearby allies. Alright. So we're gonna be getting a damage dealt reduction for enemies for 8 seconds, a maximum HP increase for allies for 8 seconds, and a nice debuff immunity for another 8 seconds. 8 seconds for all of the buff is pretty good, because as long as you have some SP recovery buffers on the team or some items, you might be able to have a really, really good uptime on this skill. So that is nice. That is actually pretty cool. When it comes to the damage itself, doesn't look impressive, but maybe she can do some damage. There is some damage reduction, there is some HP recovery, so it might help her actually properly tank in contrast to units that, you know, don't even have this, so that's nice. Then we have the senior skill, so this one right here. Blows up a pile of documents to create a cluttered area at the enemy's location with the highest remaining SP ratio. Deals physical damage to enemies in the area 5 times and reduces their SP. Okay, so we're talking about the cluttered area for 4 seconds that will be reducing SP 50 per second. That is pretty nice. It's only 4 seconds, so it's not a lot of time. Obviously, the damage itself is not great, neither for PvP or PvE, but the good thing is the SP reduction. This is a cooldown of 30 seconds. Okay, kind of on the longer-ish side, not the worst. There are like way worse cooldowns. But the SP reduction is welcome. It's a huge SP reduction. If you guys look at the enemy back there, it basically goes from having the whole bar filled to just empty. So that is pretty nice for raids. That is pretty nice for PvE content. I assume this will be also pretty good for PvP, but I don't do PvP, so you guys can let me know if that will be useful or not. Okay, that is a pretty nice inner skill. What about the basic attack? So obviously the normal attack is just going to be physical damage, nothing interesting in there. And the enhanced version, at regular intervals, it searches for a role model and grants invincibility to the ally with the highest attack power, increasing the amount of damage dealt. So your main DPS will be immune to all damage and also have a 100% increase damage. That is crazy work. Okay. 6 seconds for the invincibility duration and 10 seconds for the increased damage dealt. That is really, really, really good. What is at regular intervals? Is it like any X amount of attacks? Or how does this work? What is the actual chance to proc this? I really like this. She has nice survival for herself, right? Because she's gonna be recovering HP. She's gonna be reducing damage dealt from the enemies. She increases max HP for herself and allies. She's gonna be reducing SP, so a lot of utility for a tank. And then she's also going to be buffing your base DPS with her enhanced attack. I like her kit, it's pretty nice. What about the aside? Obviously, 1 star is stats, 3 stars is more stats, yes, more HP, right? The maximum HP 22% for everyone with physical attack and critical resistance. And the 2nd star, we are getting at the start of the wave, designate the 3 allies with the highest attack power, recovers HP once per wave when the ally's HP falls below 30%. Okay, so a nice safeguard to have for your characters, regardless if you have a healer or not. It's nice to have the extra safeguard in there. HP and SP recovery effects are added to the target affected by the strengthening attack and to the user. The maximum HP increase value of freshman skills is doubled and the range is increased. Alright, so we're getting a 70% HP recovery instead. Enhanced attack HP recovery is 25% of the target's maximum HP. And enhanced attack SP recovery of 25% as well. That is pretty nice. For both the HP and the SP, it's going to be buffing your characters even more. And it's for 3 of them, so that's pretty good. You basically are designating 3 allies that will be getting a free buff every single wave, right? It's a bit random, or you have to be careful, because it's for the highest attack, it's going to be a bit random. But at the same time, it's not that bad, because highest attack, it's not difficult to control. It's going to be your main DPS, maybe your 2 main DPSs, and then maybe the 3rd one is going to be a bit higher to control. But for the others, it should be fine. It should be no problem at all. It's a pretty nice kit. I like it a lot. Again, I don't know how she is on the Korean meta. I do not follow the Korean meta. She will be fantastic currently global for sure, because we do not have a proper tank for Vivacious. Like, if we're talking about Vivacious at the moment, you have your Ui, right? You have your Epica, your Pattern, but then after Momo with the aside that everyone is a little bit better if we're talking about like the Yearning. But you have your Root and your Selene, which I don't dislike, but they are not meta tanks by any means, right? They are tanks that kind of fall behind the other Eldin girls. That's it though. Really nice kit. Super cute girl. I am actually hoping that we could get her soon, but I highly doubt it. At the end of the day, we are still behind like by 2 years, but we can cope that maybe normal characters will be coming to the global server sooner. That said, Levi will remain semi-useless depressed characters for us for a while, and we can cope. We will be getting her in the future. That said, that's basically everything for this video. As usual, we are live every single day. Any questions you guys might have, feel free to leave a comment down below. Good luck with your pool data dates, and I'll see you on the next one.